Hey everyone, it's Anne. Thanks for joining me. Let's talk about the energies. Wow. Super intense, very strong. No matter what the charts and graphs say, I don't align with them because what has been coming in is just crazy. All of the planets play a role in the energies, and boy, there has been some major activations occurring, that's for sure. I mean, we are moving through things so quickly. The days are just sort of melding together. You feel that? It sometimes seems like a blur what happened the day before. It seems so important at the time. But it's just very intense. It can be very dense. So if you're highly sensitive, you're going to be picking up on not only the intensity of the energies coming through, affecting the physical body, but also the collective energies coming through, which haven't been all that much fun, quite honestly. The other day, honestly, just had this pain in my neck and shoulders. Carrying the weight of the world was the message. So many people just fed up with just everything on all different levels and just have been under extreme strain and duress for such a long period of time. So our mental aspects for a lot of people globally has totally been affected by everything going on. This transformation, the shifting of energies is an indication of that, of coming to terms with our own inner truths and stuff that we're working through and purging, and things are becoming more and more clear. So there is what I'm calling a bit of a cognitive dissonance gap between the old and the new being, meaning that our old selves, we've been shedding and purging, clearing and understanding all of those unhealed parts of ourselves. It's been moving us up into higher level plateaus of frequencies, of being able to manifest and bring things in, of understanding our true potentiality. Pretty exciting stuff, right? So exciting, in fact, that there are definitely resistance energies that are wanting to pull us back into old conversations and narratives because that was our comfort zone. When we don't know where we're going, we stop moving sometimes, and this is where we lose our momentum and our force to keep driving us. In some cases, it's a very good thing. And in this particular time and instance, inner reflection is never a bad thing because we are human beings, not human doings. So I'm finding a little bit of really pulling back, personal apathy towards a lot of things, a lot of people, the outside world, but it's almost like pulling into this state of inner reflectiveness, calm, meditation, and really kind of working through things at that level. Not knowing, I think the charts on this journey got lost somewhere because I'm navigating without charts, as many of us are. We don't know the absolute answers. There is really no one that knows the absolute answers. It really is a formation of our collective energies here. And don't forget that, because all of the combined energies and thoughts that are being thought right now, for lack of a better way to explain it, are what is driving this collective force. So of course, if some part of us wants to remain in the comfort zone of knowing, of ego, of the criteria, of limitation, but comfort, then that's going to pull us back. The ability to really let go and to move past fear and into uncomfort zones is not easy for some people, but this is required. Moving out of comfort zones is required to move forward, and this is happening in all levels of our capacity: physical, mental, spiritual. It all requires a lot of trust in The power's greater than we know. Our superpower being who we are, our sheer inner power to create the world we so desire is always there supporting us. And I'm told over and over again, do not worry. Don't worry. It's a negative energy. A lot of the energies out there in the collective are reflecting the low vibrational energy. This is so true. I'm feeling this. In some cases, siphoning of life force energy. There's so much desperation. People wanting to define things, know what they're moving towards, and really tacking on to other people to do that. And we have to sort of really set our boundaries very firmly right now and kind of really keep our own energies intact, pulling in our own power and our own energy by continuing to be conscious of every single behavior. It is a very important thing right now to really be high-level conscious of being in this now moment, no matter what it is, whether it's a thought. So it does take effort. It definitely does take work, because we are maneuvering through some very big ingrained neural networks here. I mean, this has never been done before. This type of warfare going on is definitely something that we have to step up to, but by remaining strongly, solidly, firmly in our own understanding of our own traumas, and where we're holding on to our unconscious patterns and behavior, where we really need to see our full limitlessness and our full potential that is just dying to break free here. So we are feeling this collectively. Everybody's at a different point in stage, but we can feel where the energy is on a collective level. I mean, it can literally, I'm not going to say literally because it's not true, but we can feel this if you're highly sensitive. You can definitely feel that. And it's like we understand it because we've been through that point in the journey, many of us who watch me. And we're pushing through into these new, very powerful timelines, creating new timelines, understanding our ability to move past those frequencies and pushing up into the higher levels of consciousness and frequency. But it requires our consciousness to do that. I hope this is making sense, but it's a really big, powerful time right now, as it has been, continues to be. We just sort of have to realize that a lot of people, I find, as they go through different phases of this journey, as you learn more, you talk less almost. You have a need to talk less. There's a bit more internal understanding. There's a bit more collective understanding. And it becomes more of we just know, we know what we know journey, and almost protecting energy a little bit more now than probably ever, I think. But yeah, just really crazy times, really crazy energies. Don't let the charts fool you, because it's always, this energy is always there and available for us. And it's worth taking some downtime sometimes too, when we need to. That is for sure right now, because the integration is coming on big. It's really taking a lot of energy, of our own energy, to integrate the collective energies, these, higher frequencies coming in. And I can attest to that. And yes, it can be a little bit frustrating sometimes, but is the job we signed up for. So there you go, guys. As we continue to move through this, remember, I'm reminding myself here, because sometimes I forget this. I get so inundated from just all the people around me, all of these conversations that are being manipulated through the bigger narratives. It's just so noticeable. and unbelievable. I don't have to watch. I don't watch the news. I don't follow the news, but I can talk to a group of people from day to day, and I can tell that what the energies in the news were based on what they are putting out there. It's so interesting. It's like, oh, okay, so there must have been new stats or something put out, because you can always tell. And that is a case of, quite honestly, letting somebody else control your own sense of well-being and your own energy, right? So that's essentially what narcissists do, for crying out loud. Been there. So guys, kind of a random video. Honestly, I'm trying to process everything just like you. There are just so many ups and downs in this at this point in time, especially too with Mercury retrograde. And, Mercury retrograde for me is really more about my mental capacity, because I have a lot of planets that are have Mercury influences, with a North Node and Moon in Gemini, and stellium in Virgo, and then my Mercury opposing Gemini in Sagittarius, and then a number of squares to that. It is a planet that is here to test me. So it is taking me through, personally taking me through some very wild times right now, as I just feel this need to overanalyze everything at one point, and then try to bring myself back to 0 point. Is interesting. So the mindfulness is playing a very big role right now, and that we, have to remember to do that, and to ground, and to just trust more than ever. Okay, guys, talk soon. Bye.